Have you ever wondered what someone else is thinking? Have you ever wished you could read minds? Well, even though we can't literally read minds, there are ways to understand what other people are thinking and feeling. This is called mind reading or mentalizing. So friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to teach you all about mind reading. I'll explain what it is, how it works, and how to improve your own mind reading skills.
What is mind reading? Mind reading is the ability to understand another person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions without them having to communicate them. It is a popular trope in science fiction and fantasy, but it is not actually possible for humans to read minds in the literal sense. Psychology behind mind reading. While we cannot literally read minds, we can make inferences about what other people are thinking and feeling by paying attention to their verbal and nonverbal cues. This is known as mentalizing. Mentalizing is a complex cognitive process that involves a number of different brain regions, including the prefrontal cortex, amygdala, and temporal lobe. When we mentalize, we are essentially trying to put ourselves in the other person's shoes and see the world from their perspective. We do this by considering their facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, and word choice. We also draw on our own knowledge and experiences to try to understand the other person's motives and intentions. The science behind mind reading. In recent years, scientists have begun to use neuroimaging techniques to study the neural basis of mentalizing. One study found that when people are mentalizing, there is increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in higher-order cognitive functions such as planning, decision-making, and empathy. Another study found that the amygdala, which is involved in processing emotions, is also active during mentalizing. This suggests that we use our own emotions to help us understand the emotions of others. Depth analysis of mind reading and psychology behind it. Mentalizing is an essential skill for social interaction. It allows us to communicate effectively, build relationships, and resolve conflicts. However, it is important to note that mentalizing is not always accurate. We can sometimes make mistakes about what other people are thinking and feeling, especially if we are not paying attention or if we have our own biases. One common bias is the projection bias. This is when we assume that other people think and feel the same way that we do. For example, if we are feeling anxious, we may assume that other people are feeling anxious too. Another common bias is the fundamental attribution error. This is when we attribute our own behavior to external factors, but we attribute the behavior of others to internal factors. For example, if we are running late for a meeting, we may say that it is because of traffic, but if someone else is running late, we may assume that they are lazy or disorganized. Despite these biases, mentalizing is a powerful tool that allows us to understand and connect with others. By paying attention to verbal and nonverbal cues, and by being mindful of our own biases, we can improve our ability to read minds. Conclusion. Mind reading is not possible in the literal sense, but we can make inferences about what other people are thinking and feeling by paying attention to their verbal and nonverbal cues. This is known as mentalizing. Mentalizing is a complex cognitive process that involves a number of different brain regions, and it is essential for social interaction.